Hey, Matthew Hagee. I want to share with you fat burn and how it works. This is from our nutrition support department. Ketosis refers to a metabolic state where your body is burning fat instead of the preferred fuel of carbohydrates. So we want to burn fat and we want to lose fat. Carbohydrates exist in two forms when you're eating normally. Free or accessible carbs are stored carbs called glycogen, okay? So when your body needs fuel, it will burn the free carbs. For example, I used to have my cross-country team drink Gatorade, a couple sips, because when they were running, their body would take the sugar from the Gatorade and burn those carbohydrates right away. When all of the free carbs are gone, the ones that are floating around in your bloodstream, it'll burn stored carbohydrates or glycogen. In humans, the glycogen is made and stored primarily in the cells of the liver and in the muscles, and contains carbs and water is stored in them. Once the glycogen and stored water is gone, your body turns to the fat. So we want to get the carbs out of our liver, okay? Get that glycogen out of our liver, so then our body then goes to the fat to suck the fat out of the fat cells. In the first weeks of this program, you're gonna lose a lot of weight. Most of that will be the result of your body using up the glycogen from your liver. I'm just showing like it's going to drain the liver, because every gram of stored carbs also has 3 grams of water. Okay, so when you're losing 1 gram of carbohydrates, you're losing 3 grams of water. If the glycogen is used, the water's released. Okay, you release that water, squeezed out from the liver. It's large weight loss. Like, wow, I lost a lot of weight. This is also why if you have a high carb meal at some point, your weight goes up, up, up. So you're like, wow, I lost X amount of pounds in the first week. Then the weekend comes, you have a couple drinks, and then bam, you gain a lot of weight. Well, why did that happen? Well, because your body just refilled your liver back up with carbohydrates and water. So if you eat 1 pound of chocolate, your body weight goes up 4 pounds, 1 pound of carbs plus 3 pounds of water. The program produces a mild ketogenic or fat burning state. So for diets that invoke a serious ketosis, we're at a mild ketogenic burn, like Atkins diets. Your carbs are limited to less than 20 grams per day. On our program, the Optimal Weight 5 and 1 plan, we're eating between 80 to 100 grams of carbohydrates daily. So just enough to keep your brain functioning well and just enough to put your body into a mild ketosis. So the bottom line is you need to be on the plan 100% for 3 days, 3 to 5 days to get into that fat burn. So some people say, well, I'm not losing weight, I'm sticking to the plan. Well, are you putting a little extra honey? Are you putting a little extra milk? Are you eating some of your kids' food? Are you doing those little things off plan where you're doing it kind of, sort of? You need to do it to a T. This is because your body only stores enough glycogen to provide fuel for 3 days. Once the glycogen is gone after 3 days, you'll be in that mild ketosis. So sometimes the first 3 days might be a little bit more difficult. Again, to be in ketosis, you need to be on plan 100%. If you aren't, you'll still lose weight because you'll be eating fewer carbs every day, fewer than normal, but it'll be much more slowly and you'll be hungry. The more carbs you eat, over 100, the less body fat your body will metabolize as fuel. So if you're putting milk in your coffee, that's an extra 12 grams of carbohydrates over what you should be taking. So your body is not using the fat. Okay, it's not sucking the fat out of your fat cells. So that's what we want to do. Happily, once you're in this mild ketogenic state, your hunger dissipates, your hunger will go down, and you'll get the best of both worlds. Fast weight loss, reduced hunger, and you might even see a little increased energy. Now, if you eat a really high fat diet, like you're having nuts or cheese or something else, and it's not carbs, you will stay in ketosis, but your body will metabolize the free fat from the nuts because it's more easily accessible than your body stored fat. So be careful taking in too much fat, even though you need to have your healthy fats on this program. Again, this means slow weight loss or even weight gain. Bad news, bad news. Alcohol is metabolized as fat. So if you have a glass of wine, you will stay in ketosis, but your body will use the wine as fuel instead of your fat. The result, slow weight loss. So the goal is we want our fat to be our energy source. And we don't want to have extra fat or extra carbs because we want to keep sucking the fat out of our fat cells and we want those fat cells imploding. Ultimately, the choice is yours. How fast do you want to get to your target weight? How willing are you to stay on plan in order to support that healthy BMI? Some other side notes is you will, in those first couple weeks, drain the glycogen from your liver, and then you'll start sucking the fat out of your fat cells. You'll see around week 2 or week 3 that those fat cells then fill up again with water. So some people around week 2 or week 3 have a slowdown in weight loss because their fat cells are now holding on to water. Don't worry, those fat cells will collapse again and release the water, and you'll continue to lose weight. So your weight loss might be rapid, then a little bit slower, then maybe not for a couple of days, and then slower again. Everybody's body responds differently, but that's the science of how fat burn works on this program. Hopefully that helps. So I just explained the diet, and some of you might just need the diet, but there are other aspects of our component. The diet's just 25%. There's the community of people who are there to encourage, motivate, and guide you. There's your coach who is there to encourage, motivate, and guide you. There's a Habits of Health system. There's a book. There's a transformation system, and there's live webinars that are on YouTube and podcast. So if you've done diets before and you're looking for something more, that mindset component, that mindset piece, we have that to offer. But again, some people might just need a diet, but some people are always losing weight, putting it back on, losing weight, putting it back on. So the program is physical health, mental health, works with changing your habits, works with getting involved in the community, interacting with your coach, maybe becoming a coach. It's not for everybody, but some people decide to become a coach. So those are other aspects of the program. If you've done diets before, a lot of diets are great, a lot of diets work. But if you're looking for more than just a diet, we do have other components to it.